Hey YouTube, it's KittyDuke here. I'm here with a deck update. This is actually the deck I went and ran during the Christmas tournament I had told you guys about previously that I was heading to. A friend of mine thought of the deck idea just the day beforehand and couldn't take it. So I decided to take it with me instead. I told him I was going to do it my way though. It's a very strange quick draw deck, which I'm going to go through, and then I'm going to go do an announcement video next after this one. So here we go. Running 2 Caius, just for removal, and the fact that it's a 2400 beater. 1 Gale, and 1 Junk. These are my lowest tuners that I have in the deck, so that's all they're really in there for, is the lower tunings. The other thing is now I got 2 quick draws in here. I tried fitting in a third one, which I ended up taking out for the Junk Synchron, which came in a lot handier. But yeah. 2 Cybers, and that was just for my level 3 tuners, as well as for easy tribute fuel for the Monarchs, as well as the rest of the cards that are in my deck. If you guys know me by now, you guys wouldn't figure out what the rest of the monster lineup looks like. But for those that still want to see it anyways, here we go. 3 Fortune Lady Lights. This was easy because I quickly synchroed in for Turbo Warrior. So that made, light was easy because this deck is all about levels. So I could synchro into my level 6s, 7s, and 8s with a quick draw for the warrior, the junk warrior kind of lineup, the synchron warriors. 1 fire, 2 winds. With these, I did make a mistake when I was talking about this in a previous video. I think I've already said this before. If not, okay, what I said is right and wrong at the same time. I misworded myself. If this card is summoned, your opponent chains, you can't activate her effect. But if you activate her effect and they chain to her, the effect resolves and her effect goes off, unless she's gone off the field. That's the only way it will not resolve properly. I found that out from the judge, so I am correcting myself now. One of the draw engines for the deck, water. Triple dark. 1 earth. This is my other / Monarch type monster. I was setting her a lot, and my opponents were running into a 2400 defense monster without even realizing it. So that was fun. For the field spells, I ran 2 future visions. I ran 3 originally, but I sided out 1 for the 2. In place of terraforming. So I added terraforming in. So this actually came in more handy because I could never draw the fields, but if I ever drew terraforming, I always drew into a future vision every time. I have no idea why. I even shuffled the deck, tested it, and it always kept popping up like that. So terraforming became a dead card to me, but it was always there just in case. Next are the other 4 draw cards, which is Allure and triple Fortune's Future. This was good because I usually always had a dark in my hand. This was good because I was with future visions as well as my gates. This was always actively usable. Um, double book, you know, just for protection purposes. 2 gates. 1 mind control. This did come in handy, especially against formula monarchs, because I just took their formula synchron real quick, because one person misplayed, and I took advantage of it and synchroed into Stardust, and then used it against them. So yeah, that was actually really fun. Dark Hole, staple. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. I like using these, especially if I can get wind out on the field, because normally my opponent was setting like 2 or 3 cards, and I'd always have at least 2 Fortune Ladies on the field, so my opponent was always getting just beat out. Monster Reborn, staple. 1 for 1. This was coming in handy, especially to summon out my Monarchs a little easier, as well as, you know, just using it so I can tune in for an extra level with Quickdraw or even Junk. And then for the trap lineup, it was just triple decree. When I went to the tournament, everybody was so trap heavy, this just completely annihilated them. Because out here, I'm guessing they just love to rely on their traps, so I relied on my magics more often and won my matches. I got top 8. I ended up losing the match that would have sent me to top 4, but I lost that to what the heck was it? Oh, I lost it to a plant OTK. I haven't seen a deck like that in ages, and I was just overwhelmed in the first turn because they lone fired right away into Titanium. They Monster Reborn, Lone Fire, tributed it for another Titanium, Foolish Burial for 2 fluff tokens, and then double summon and summon their 3rd Titanium. That was the first time I ever seen anybody run 3, and once those 3 hit the field, I had no plays left at all, because they used Feather of the Phoenix, dropping Dandelion into the grave so they could get Lone Fire and top deck it on the next turn. So I had to surrender on the first turn because there was no way to stop it. They had 5 plant type monsters, and I could not play any magics, so I lost first turn. Second game on that one, I beat them by pulling out Caius, and then third match they summoned Gigaplant and just were abusing it, so I lost that one too. But anyways, I came out pretty well, you know, top 8, getting into the top 8, and just losing my match to put me in the top 4. But maybe it's kind of funny considering it's a fortune build that made it that far. Anyways, I'm not going to put this extra information in my next video. I'm just going to put it here at the end of this one. For those that play the Pokemon games on the DS, for all of January, there is going to be 4 Pokemon released, each on a different week. First week, I think it's Raikou is being released at GameStop, starting on the 3rd, so for 7 days consecutively, they're going to be releasing Pokemon at GameStop, except for the 4th one. The 4th one is going to be given away at Toys R Us. The 3 that are GameStop are giving away is the Shiny Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. So those will be given away. Those are what give you the well, actually, those are what will give you access to the special event in the Illusionary Forest on Pokemon Black and White. The one that Toys R Us is giving away is Satoshi's Pikachu, which, since all of you just heard it's Pikachu, you should know it's actually Ash's Pikachu, American name. So yeah, we got those, but the one I'm waiting for, because I'd like to get it, is the movie Cetaby. So for the next month, we are going to be having huge events going on. So just go ahead and, if you got Pokemon games, go get your Raikou, Suicune, Entei, and Pikachu this coming month. It's on all 5 games. So some of you are going to be coming out with a total of over 5 copies of each one. So I mean, not like you need them, but oh, I did find this out a while back, and I never thought this was gonna be, come a problem eventually. But if you transfer Raikou, Entei, or Suicune over, whoever you use to trigger the event in the Illusionary Forest, you cannot trade that to somebody else's game, and then they can use it to get the event. No, once you've used it for the event, that's it. It's no longer usable for an event, regardless if you give it to another person or anyone. Alright guys, this video is getting long enough for me. I hate going over 10 minutes, but yeah. I know a lot of you guys are going to go, how the hell did this deck even win? So, I literally will take all the comments and the, sarcasm and everything else that you guys are going to give me for this deck, but I'll put it to you this way. Do not mock this deck because of the fact this actually crippled a Blackwing's deck. And it was a Turbo version, as well as a straight Blackwing's deck. This deck only crippled them because of the fact that with Quickdraw being synchroned with this and this together, or even just Quickdraw Synchron with triple light on the field into Junk Destroyer, this destroyed their whole monster field and the Night Strike. So this may not look like the best combination to use at all, but when you actually break it down and you see that you get the ability to destroy 3 cards, that does make a huge difference. But if I didn't have this, there was only one time I managed to actually synchro this. My opponent thought I was kidding when I said I can synchro out with a full field, and all I was able to do was keep my low levels on the field. I could never keep a high one. So my opponent saw this. He didn't think I had Junk Destroyer. He thought I was going to go into a Stardust. I synchroed all 4 of these ladies with him. Brought out Junk Destroyer, destroyed their whole field, and won. Because they didn't expect that to come out. So, people's arrogance is what really can undo your whole deck. So, just remember, guys, don't be arrogant when you come across like a deck you don't think is going to ever beat you. Because this looks like a piece of junk when you look at the whole build together. But in reality, this deck actually is very usable. It's just a fortune deck. I don't want to call it a fortune lady deck because this deck literally relies on luck and fortune. If you're fortunate enough to literally get the cards you need to set up the starting combo, like even a good starting combo is just him, Caius, any extra monster, or even where the heck is it? This with any of these monsters, this becomes a one-turn solution for a lot of decks. So just take a look at it, guys, and tell me what you think. Sorry about the vid. Alright, I'll catch you guys on the other end. Bye.